If you haven't heard the warnings, recession is coming, you must have been on the moon. Everywhere you look, every TV channel and every paper are yelling about it. Another great negative topic for them to scare the public. For the news industry, the bad news sells, so they are very happy and productive in their scare tactics. I'm by no means saying that this information is false or incorrect. After all, the evidence is in the pudding. The inflation is rising, interest rates are going up, markets across the globe have been very volatile, showing a great deal of uncertainty and unpredictability. But rather than using the scare tactics that only increases anxiety and panic, it would be so much better if we actually were talking about the ways to be ready for this recession, if it is going to eventuate, and what steps we could take to protect ourselves and our nest egg, especially if you are nearing retirement and you can no longer rely on your ongoing income from work. My name is Catherine Eastbrand from About Retirement. I'm certified financial planner and you are watching About Retirement TV, the place that is completely 100% devoted to the issue of preparation for retirement or improvement of your retirement if you're already there. And today we are talking if the expected recession is going to destroy your retirement and what steps you should take to protect yourself and your savings for the future. Many economists are speculating that recession is coming, most likely in 2022-23 financial year, therefore now. As I said, this is still speculations. However, to be ready for this eventuality, first we need to really understand what recession is. In general terms, recession is a period of very weak or even negative GDP growth, gross domestic product, that often happens together with high level of unemployment. This is usually happening due to a prolonged time of well-performing economy that got overheated, meaning the demand is greater than supply of goods and a low unemployment rate. To slow down the overheated economy, governments introduce increase of interest rates, which in turn will reduce our retail as well as corporate spendings. Life is becoming more expensive. It costs us more to pay off our debts. Companies also feel the budget pressures, often letting some people go. Hence, the unemployment starts rising. Then we are entering a period of negative growth, high unemployment that could lead to recession. If we do experience a recession right now, general view is that Australia has only 50% chance to have one. However, the belief is that should we enter any kind of recession, it will not be long lasting and will be followed by a strong recovery. Considering that Australian economy continues to be strong, I really hope this prediction is going to be a correct one, and personally, I'm not panicking. However, I believe that you really need to take certain steps and recession-proof your upcoming or current retirement to minimize any eventual negative outcomes. This is why I prepared a list of steps you should take to put yourself in a better position and not really worry about all the bad news that the press is trying to sell to you. Number 1, top up your emergency fund. I have been saying about the emergency account since I've started my channel, and it is still one of the most important accounts you can have. Your emergency account should have anywhere between 3 to 6 months worth of your spendings, and if you are retired, that should also hold funds for urgent repairs, plus any upcoming pleasures such as holidays. So you do not have to draw any money from your pension account, especially in a depressed market. Number 2, get rid of your debts. With interest rates now heading north, you really need to focus and keep paying off your debts, starting with the ones that are either the easiest to get rid of or the ones that charge the highest interest rate. Number 3, credit cards and personal loans. Out of all debts, credit cards are the worst if you cannot pay them in time. Why? Well, just watch my video, How Banks Keep You Poor, Shocking Truth, and you will never ask this question again. I've introduced a little game, but this is an eye-opener. You should watch it together with your kids or maybe even your grandkids. They will learn a lot while hopefully having a little bit of fun. But that knowledge could save them a lot of grief and a lot of money in the future. Number 4, get best deals on your bills. Cutting on unnecessary bills can save you lots. Check your mobile phone usage, for example, and what you actually need and what you use. Then compare providers. You might find that a small company such as Amazing, for example, might save you lots of money in comparison to staying with Telstra. Apart from telco companies, check your electricity and gas. Those are some of the biggest bills you have to pay. Then review and compare your insurance for home, contents, car. Stop being loyal to any brand or company. Believe me, you are not going to get any loyalty back. This is all about business and making money from you as a consumer. Number 5, live within your means. One thing that I changed many years ago, I get the bill, I pay the bill immediately. Not by the due date, not the last minute, but the moment I get the bill. I know you might call me crazy. Why would I spend money a month earlier than needed? But I know that once a bill is paid, I cannot get into trouble of forgetting, receiving reminders, which I hate. Once the bill has been paid, I cannot spend this money on any other silly shopping or emotional spending. Keep a couple of bank accounts, one for necessities and the second for your pre-calculated leisure. Once you spend your leisure money, well, bad luck, no more fun until this account is replenished with new allowance. Number 6, have additional income. With an amazing technology, I am constantly amazed with ideas that some people come up with to earn extra money. It turns out that no matter your age or experience, there is always a way to earn extra dollar. You just have to put your mind into it. Even if you are retired and you are on age pension, please remember that yes, there is an income test, but it is quite generous. So you can earn extra money to keep you afloat when life gets tough. Number 7, invest for long term. If you think that this is just a term used by fund managers or financial planners to keep your money invested, well, think again. Let's imagine that there has been a drop in the market and your investment balance has been reduced by 12%. While many investors can actually expect this rate of return for the period for the last 10 months, since January 2022. If you don't sell, you won't lose anything. This is just paper loss. I keep saying over and over, would you sell your family home if it reduced in value by 20% just because there is a buyer? Especially if you don't need to sell the home, you don't need the money. Well, of course you wouldn't. So why we don't think the same way about our superannuation? Do you need all that money today? No. So why sell? Why accepting those losses? Markets work in cycles, and you will have plenty of opportunities to sell down your investments when price is high. But in retirement, your strategy should change. You should make sure that you have enough money in liquid, low-risk investments to pay you the income that you need. But the bulk of your money should still be invested in the market for long term. Your savings are there for your retirement. As much as you need your income today, you will most likely need it in another 10 or 15 years. So don't make mistakes like accepting losses in your super fund savings just because we have a short-term volatility. Bear markets end and get replaced by wonderful bull markets when you can be rewarded for your patience. Number 8, rebalance your investments. When investing and leaving money to its own devices just because growth assets generally grow faster than income assets, with time, your portfolio that originally started as a balance, for example, will turn to resemble a growth portfolio or even high growth. What you need to do is to make sure that you rebalance your portfolio every so often so it stays within the parameters intended. This is good money management, and those big market shakeups are great moments to do just that. Once the market starts to recover, your portfolio will be ready for a great start. Number 9, if retired, make sure that at least part of your income is guaranteed. I have been talking about this guaranteed income on my channel almost in every single video. Check your cash balance, have emergency fund, maximize age pension, look at investing into annuities. Those are all examples of how you can introduce security in guarantee of a stable income into your life. If you are not sure how to do this, just make an appointment with me and we will get to work to set your money correctly for you. Number 10, diversified. Another must in investing is to diversify. There is no such thing as a perfect or best investment. Every investment is great in some point in time and not so good in other times. The trick is to have a mixture of those investments so when the economy is questionable, the returns uncertain or volatile like today, the investment's variety will reduce the severity of negative impact. Try to build a portfolio of investment pairs that aren't strongly correlated to each other, meaning that when one is up, the other one is down, and vice versa, like stocks, for example, and bonds. Number 11, work with an expert. Just like when you are sick and you need a good and caring doctor, or when you need your will to be drawn up, you will be searching for a reputable lawyer. Or when your roof is leaking, you will be searching for a high-quality roof restoration company. The same applies to investing. Find an advisor that you can trust, that you can talk to, that makes you feel at ease, and create a plan and your investment portfolio that will support you in the future with the income and capital for all your life needs. I hope you will implement some of those steps. If, however, you do need an expert to put together a plan for your future financial needs, just visit my website aboutretirement.com.au that is filled with hundreds of articles by now and videos for you to learn. On each page, you will also find a button, Book a Meeting. You can very easily book a meeting with me at a suitable time for the both of us, and you will be surprised how much clarity you could get in just 1 hour conversation. Also, make sure you sign up to my newsletter that will keep you up to date with all the financial changes in Australia that can impact your retirement. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And now for some fun, play the game I introduced in this video, how banks keep you poor. Shocking truth. I'm certain that this video will shock you. The second recommendation is investing with emotion is costly. The truth about us as investors and what to change in our behavior to make our money work for us better. Talk to you soon.